Hello everyone. I'm here to share my very first walkthrough. I intend to do all of the walkthroughs of the December dailies that I have. But we'll start with this first one, which is 2024. And this is a 10 by 8 album from Ellie Edwards. It's not one of the ones that she put out for her release. I actually took an older one and then covered it with some buffalo check vinyl from the Dollar Tree to give me my own custom journal, my own custom binder for this project. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. You can still see the stripes a little bit through the back, but that's fine. Works for me. So I'll open it up here, and you can see I left the hearts, and then I just used some washi tapes to make sure that my vinyl stayed down. I could have brought the vinyl down a little more, and that's probably what I would do in the future. But the washi tape is working, and it's super cute in here. So I started off my project with a shaker page that was an idea from somebody online, can't remember who, maybe Deneen. So I used my fuse tool to make all these cute little shaker pockets and lots of colors. Then this is felt that I cut on my cameo in 2 colors. And then on the back of that is my reason why in a little pocket that is, I actually made it, but Ellie Edwards had some a couple years ago just like it. But this one I just sewed up a little bit of felt and some string. Then I have a page, and I just hand wrote this in different colors, and this actually opens up this way to another page, and then this was this month's gratitudes, so things I was thankful for each day. Then we have a ginormous photo of the family taken at Christmas at my grandmother's house. And this first page, number 1, is about our tree, and it is a combination of a couple of ideas from a couple of different people. So these circles are canvas, and I actually made them by cutting out canvas using a circle punch, and then I just stamped the words on there myself, attach them with some brads, and some of these open up to talk about, to show my journaling and a couple of extra photos, and then the whole thing goes over to show big photos of the tree and a little bit more journaling. And the background paper is one that I created using a stencil by Ellie Edwards and some, I don't know if I used paint or some sort of something. Page 2 here is a big felt number that I cut using my cameo and some embellishments from Traci Reed. And this opens up to talk about the story of these handprints of my children's. These are 2 of my favorite ornaments that I put out every year. And here is Dominic's, and he was 6 when he made it, and he's 17 now, so you can see the difference in his hand size. And here's Gabriel's, and he was 3 and now he's 14. You can see the difference in his hand size. And then this just opens up to have the journaling. Page Our story 3 is from a scrap lift of something that Allie did. Here, mine is about not merry days. We ended up going to the hospital. Or I ended up in the hospital. This was something that happened to me in the ER. So, and then on the back page is story 4, talks about Gabe's Christmas sweater. So I just paired it with a 4x4 journaling card. That's an old Allie Edwards one. And this 4 is a die set that I have, and I just die cut it out of gold cardstock. Story 5 is definitely a scrap lift of Allie Edwards. So I did something very similar to hers. I made the baubles, and the baubles are I cut them out using one of probably the something from Allie, because they're definitely Allie's baubles, and then a picture of the person, and then what we're loving right now. So I have me, Gabe, Jester, who's one of our pups, King, who's our other pup, Dominic, and Kanan. And then story 6 is about work. We had a work party this day, so I paired it with this is a TN signature by Traci Reed. And another TN page, I think it's from In a Creative Bubble, maybe? I'm not sure. And then some frames, these are Allie Edward frames, and some more Traci Reed stuff, and just some pictures of the day. And then the actual flyer from work, I stole it off the wall and used it in the back here, along with some more photos of the food and some more embellishments by Traci Reed. Then story 7 is about the decorations, and I used these frames that I had from Allie Edwards and paired them with, this was some foiling I did. You can see it didn't work great, but I have since gotten a Mink machine, so we'll try it this year and see how it goes. And then the journaling is just on the tag right here. Then story 8, this one's actually one of my favorites. This is a page from Allie Edwards, and I put in the words when I printed it out, and then I just used different color markers to write in all the stuff that I was doing, and some embellishments here. Story 9, maybe? Yes, 9. Are some of my current favorites, and this I used some acetate, and these are pulled from my jelly plate and cut into hearts. This is from Traci Reed. Some more hearts on the back so I can cover it up. And then this was from one of Allie Edwards' kits, not a Christmas kit, just one of her other kits, maybe watercolor or something, maybe. And I just talked about some of the stuff we're loving, or I'm loving specifically. And then on the back of that was story 10, and I took this 6x8 photo of this hibiscus that my husband grows in our garage in the winter time, because we live in Minnesota and we cannot grow hibiscus in the winter, but my husband is amazing at keeping this plant beautiful all throughout the year. So beautiful picture of this big flower, and then lots of circles to go with it. December 11th is my son Dominic's birthday, and this year was number 17, but it's story 11 because it says it's on December 11th. And so this is acetate with some alcohol inks that I used as the inside. And then a big picture of our family, because we went out for Dominic's birthday, and it was a surprise for him because we were going to go on the weekend, but we decided to go during the week on his actual birthday. And then the back has a couple more pictures and a rundown of the day, and also some of his likes and dislikes. I enjoy this because I do that every year, and then I can look back and be like, oh, he did this, he did that. The 12th story. Story 12 is interesting. This is actually wrapping paper that I had kept from one of the gifts. And there's two, or the paper was big enough that I could cut it and then line it up exactly so that I can have some stories in here. And story 12 is about my sister's Christmas. She was in Kuwait, deployed, and so her Christmas was not with us. So this is her story. And the reason it gets peanuts is because my sister loves peanuts. And then this is from Traci Reed. That's also from Traci Reed. Story 13 is a fun one. It's a double page spread. Each year we go to see the lights, and each year I try to find a new way to talk about this story. And this year I used colored vellum. That's what all of these are, and this is also colored vellum. This light and the topper is from, it's from Allie Edwards, a digital stamp set, and I just enlarged it and cut it out on the Cameo. And so what I asked each of the kids to do, we go with, it's me, my mom, my kids, and my nieces and nephew. And I asked each of the kids and my mom at the beginning of the day, like, hey, you're gonna take at least one picture because I want one picture from everyone. I want it to be your favorite picture. So if you take more than one, I want it to be your favorite one. So each one has the vellum, the picture, and then it tells a story as it goes on. It says whose picture it is, and then it continues the story of the day. So each one of these, and then I just sewed them together, you can see. And then the green wire is jewelry wire that I stapled on, and I colored the staples with just Sharpie marker so that it matched. Otherwise they were silver, and that was kind of annoying me. So we get this cool light effect. And then, yeah, so story 14 is some more wrapping paper, and I loved the rainbow on this, and so I made my children save it for me. Some snowflakes in different colors that I have cut out. This is an Allie Edwards window thing from a long time ago, some story kit. The 14 is embossed in different colors, and basically I just put different colors on it and embossed it. And then the inside is a picture of my husband and my brother-in-law, and talking about spending some time with my brother-in-law since my sister is deployed. Story 15 is one of my favorites that I did last year. These felt mittens and the felt pieces on them were cut out on my Cameo. I got a rotary blade this year and I wanted to try it out, and so I made these mittens, not knowing at the time what story I was going to tell with it, but I made them into pockets. And then yeah, so, and what I decided was to tell stories about some different things. So this year we I made some ornaments, some dog ornaments, because some of my family members lost some dogs, and a sweatshirt that I made for my niece. And then some more gifts that I made, and then some journaling on the back. I love pockets in my December daily. Some more stuff I made. And then one more here of some stuff I made. So this one was a really fun page to put together. I love getting to flex my crafting skills. Story 16 talks about Dom's Christmas concert at school, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be the last one because he's not going to be in band anymore. And so a big photo of the band, and then Allie had these gold words, big words, and so I copied that, but I cut it apart so that each of these can show a QR code and what the song was of the 3 songs that his band that he is in did. Of course, we stayed obviously for all the bands, but his band. So each of these just has a QR code that you can go to, and I have the songs uploaded. In story 17, this is a scrap lift of Allie Edwards. But what I decided to do with mine was I made it in green, and then I made these dog paw print ornaments this year with some air dry clay. So I have a picture of the ornament with the paint on it, and then without the paint. And then so on this side is King, and on this side is Jester. So that's what I decided to do with that. This one is also a scrap lift of Allie's. Magic is something we make. And I did my journaling here on vellum just like she did. And again, this will flip up just like hers. Only mine instead has, you can't see it probably, but it says magic, and I embossed it, but I embossed it in like clear, so you can't really see it. I thought it would show up better. It doesn't show up better. But basically 6 ways we're making magic this season. And story 19, the snowflake is actually part of a Christmas card that I received, and I loved it so much that I cut it out. And then each of these is a bit about the weather right now, the snow. Each year I try to do a weather related story because the weather in Minnesota is a little crazy during December, and so yeah, each of these just pulls out and talks about snow. Story 20 is a very special story. Last year I was diagnosed with Cushing's disease, and in July I had surgery, and that began a weight loss regimen or journey, I guess, because Cushing's disease causes high weight gain, and correcting the Cushing's can help correct that weight gain. So on December 20th I had officially lost 100 pounds, and so I made it bright and bold that you could possibly imagine to celebrate this. And then on the back I have the number, and then the story is tucked in behind here, and then some photos of befores and afters, and to show this big accomplishment. And 21 is a scrap lift of Deneen, sort of. She had these like things that pulled out, but I just have the tags that pull out, and talks about the different gifts that I gave. So paired a paper that I made into a pocket, with some ribbon. I loved this because I got to flex. Okay, I have a lot of Christmas ribbon, let's be honest. So I got to use up some of my Christmas ribbons and have some great papers. And then each little tag here tells who it is. So the family and friends, mine and Canaan's, Gabriel, Dominic, and then everybody else. And then 22 is a story I've been thinking about for a while, and it's all the stuff I don't love about the Christmas season. And so this one was fun to put together, and I love getting to write all the words loathe and hard no and ugh. So like the movie Elf, I hate the movie Elf, and Elf on the Shelf, can't stand him. And so each of these just talks about something about Christmas I don't love. And I thoroughly enjoyed putting this page together and getting these memories documented. 23 is one of my favorites. Each year I talk about the books I read or listen to because I am an audiobook lover. And so I found this cute bookmark online and I printed it out. And then on the back, I numbered the same ones here so I could know which quote went with which book. And then I took from my book a quote that I love and wrote it down. And then on the back, I have these same ones, but a picture of the book. So if you're looking, you'll notice that they're all romance books, and a grand majority of them are male romance books. And then 24, this was kind of fun. When I got these frames in one of the scrapbook kits, I knew I was going to use 2 of them as a number holder. And so I took some paper that I had pulled off my jelly plate and made a 24 that can go on either side. And then I used pocket pages, really the only page I used pocket pages, to talk about the different events of Christmas Eve. One is Dominic had his first surgery. So that was a big event for us. And then after we brought Dominic home from surgery, we went to Canaan's parents, and I snapped this picture of an old ornament of him back in the day. And then we talked about the weather a little bit. And then I was randomly sitting in my office and I heard some Christmas music, and this crazy bus that was all lit up singing Christmas music went by, and it was so fun. And then Christmas Day, it talks, each of the photos are numbered, talks about what's going on. So with these, I like to put the photo, and then I like to put some sort of little embellishment on the photos. I love embellishing my photos. This is some more wrapping paper, and yeah, just embellishments. These are from Traci Reed. This is from Sweet Shop, but I don't know who. Maybe Kristen Cronenborough. Some more pictures from the day, talking to my friends. My oldest stepson came over with his girlfriend, and we talked to them for a while. And gave the kids some extra presents. And then my books always go until Christmas, the last Christmas celebration. In this case, it was on the 27th. But so then I had a couple extra stories. So on the 26th, I talked about some festive foods. And it's just a little 4x6 card with some pullouts talking about the different things that we've done this year for festive foods. And then the 27th was the year in review, and this was a scrap lift from Allie Edwards. She did a year in review, or somebody did. Maybe it wasn't her, but I took one picture from each day or from each month, and got it, you know, here. And then 28 was the Holmquist family. That's my mom's side of the family. So here's all of the words. And then just a bunch of pictures. And again, you can see I love to embellish my pictures. These ones, I did not have the pictures the right size, so I put background paper behind all of them. It worked out fine. And then in the back, some different background paper. Again, it worked out fine. And then I never end it with any sort of anything, just there you go, we're done. Thank you for watching my flip through of 2024. I will also do 2023, 2022, and 2021 so that you can see them if you'd like. I happen to love walkthroughs, so I thought I'd do my own so other people can watch them if they love them as much as I do. Thank you.